This is 5 on your side at 10.
Cleaning up from the storm. Today we learned a total of 8 tornadoes tore through our area Thursday afternoon. Now we're getting a closer look at even more damage left behind in several neighborhoods. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brent Solomon. The National Weather Service confirming those 8 tornadoes that spanned several counties. Meteorologist Jim Castillo will have much more on that later, but right now he's tracking even more storms that are rolling through the area now.
Yeah, can you believe it? Now this is what we were expecting. Another line to start forming. No tornado threat with this, but a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go to the Doppler weather radar and show you where that cell is. See the yellow polygon? Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. Until 10:45, there's hail with this, frequent lightning, and very heavy rain. It's Lincoln County, St. Charles County, Warren County, places like O'Fallon, Lake St. Louis, Dardenne Prairie, Troy, Warrenton, St. Paul, Wentzville, Innsbrook. Expecting this to move east at about 30 miles an hour. You will get that frequent lightning, very heavy rain. And let's go ahead and see how many lightning strikes we've seen too in the range of 391. So this thing is getting stronger. Now we've watched this in Warren County. This is the hail core. Some of this is quarter-sized hail as it moves very close to Warrenton, right along Interstate 70 between High Hill and Warrenton. It is moving east at about 30 miles an hour. So again, watch out for western St. Charles County for this hail, frequent lightning, and those downpours. I'll have much more in the forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Jim, we'll see you then. Over in South St. Louis, homeowners are also dealing with a lot of damage from yesterday's storms, but this time from flooding. Tonight, our Robert Townsend spoke with people who are struggling with the cleanup.
On Friday, Brent Mackey marked his first anniversary in his first home in South St. Louis. But instead of celebrating,
it was crazy. It was like a scene out of a movie.
The 36-year-old Mackey,
I see the torrential downpour start coming through.
Relived the shocking moments that were not scenes from a movie.
Then I hear, some trickling down in my basement.
But all too real. Fast-moving floodwater seeped inside his car.
Glove box still filled with water.
And his basement on Arendez Drive near Bates on Thursday. Brent says in just 20 minutes, all that water came gushing right through his basement. You can see it tore his door right off this hinge. And once he got inside, he could not believe a huge mess.
And you can just see the line.
Nearly 3 feet of water damaged the young musician's water heater, furniture, and many more valuables.
I lost my entire drum kit. The speakers for my stereo are completely trashed. It's pretty frustrating.
It came up to right here, if not even maybe a little higher. It's just heartbreaking.
Down the street,
the wall just collapsed and all the water came running in.
A terrified Juan Ortiz and his dad took off running after the torrential rain also flooded their basement and left behind this gaping hole. The family's dog survived, but Juan's beloved rabbit, Lola, did not.
How long did you have her?
3 years. I couldn't get her.
2 hurting families suddenly forced to clean up unpredictable muddy messes.
All the electronics were fully submerged.
And start over.
Luckily, we have a lot of family, and they said that they'll help us
rebuild from there, I guess.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
And the Metropolitan Sewer District received more than 200 calls from storm victims. If you have any questions about sewer concerns, you can give them a call. Developing news out of South St. Louis, police investigating a homicide in the Shaw neighborhood. It happened about 2.5 hours ago on Flora Place. We know a man was shot in the head there. Police have not released any other details.
At this point in the investigation, we have no evidence to suggest that our officers were involved in a vehicular pursuit or that the use of spike strips contributed to the crash.
St. Louis Police Chief John Hayden today addressing the deadly crash that killed 5 family members earlier this month. He says because officers were not driving dangerously to stop the stolen Jeep, it's not considered a pursuit. 18-year-old Marshawn Stepney faces 17 charges, including murder, after authorities say he hit the innocent family on May 6th. Chief Hayden is meeting with NAACP leaders next week because the group has questions about police pursuit protocol. An arrest tonight in that deadly shooting of a high school student. St. Louis police say a 22-year-old man shot 16-year-old Kyra Jeffries in the middle of the day in South City last Saturday. Jeffries was a sophomore at Eureka High School in the Rockwood district. Police believe the same man also shot and killed a woman on Aubert Avenue a week earlier. 5 on Your Side is not naming that person right now since charges haven't been filed yet. And police are investigating an attempted break-in at the home of Mayor Tashara Jones. It happened Thursday around 3:30 in the morning. Police tell us the suspect tried to break a window. Mayor Jones notified the police department and filed a police report. Investigators do not believe the mayor was targeted because the suspect made a similar break-in at another home in the neighborhood. And the Wentzville School District banning another book from its shelves. This one is called Fun Home, a family tragicomic. It includes themes like sexual orientation and gender roles. The board voted 5-4 last night to ban the book, arguing that it contains sexual content. Other board members claim it can help educate students about family, relationships, and identity. We spoke with a Washington University professor who says these books can help some students who are struggling.
And a lot of the things the school boards are doing seem to be just eliminating huge swaths of information for kids about the history of discrimination or about identity that really are things that they need to be thinking about at this developmental age. Like it or not, there are many kids that are thinking about their sexuality in high school. In fact, that is developmentally appropriate.
Now, recently there was controversy about another book in the district, The Bluest Eye. The Wentzville School Board initially banned that book and then reversed that decision after a lawsuit from the ACLU argued the ban violated the First Amendment. COVID cases are going up in Jefferson County. This week, the county hit a grim milestone, reporting its first pediatric death. Little information is being released to protect that family's privacy. What we do know is the child was under the age of 9.
It's kind of just a reminder for folks that COVID is still in the community. It's still transmissible throughout our counties, through our, through our communities. So really prevention efforts. The biggest one would be vaccination and getting boosted if you're eligible.
51% of the county has at least one shot of the COVID vaccine. Cases this week are up 81% compared to last week, with 335 new cases being reported. COVID cases also going up in St. Louis County. The average number of new cases per day is 309. The areas being impacted the most are in the central and west St. Louis parts of the county. Leaders continue to ask people to get the vaccine and boosters if they haven't already.
And tonight there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of the area. We'll have much more on the forecast coming right up.
Well, if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, you can take a trip to the Missouri Botanical Gardens. This weekend is Chinese Culture Days. Tonight, we got a preview of the event during rehearsals. It features authentic food, art, music, dancing, and a parade with a 70-foot dragon. Check it out tomorrow and Sunday. Tickets are available online. This weekend, there's also the Wentzville Days Fair and Music Festival. It's a 3-day festival along Main and Allen Streets. There are crafts and art, jewelry, food, and games. It ends tonight at 10:30, but you can still go tomorrow as well as Sunday. And there's more happening in Maplewood and Richmond Heights. The Taste of Maplewood Street Festival is along Sutton Boulevard. You can enjoy the best food and drinks from your favorite restaurants. If you missed it tonight, it's happening again tomorrow from noon until 8 o'clock. That festival is free. And tomorrow, it's all about the dogs in Forest Park. It will hold its 27th annual Bark in the Park from 8 in the morning until 1 p.m. at the Cricket Field. Now, this event features a 5K race, a 1-mile walk, and a pet festival. All proceeds benefit the Humane Society of Missouri. Time now to get a closer look at the forecast with Jim Castillo. You've got some storms actually moving into our area.
We sure do. Let's get right to that in 2 seconds here. I wanted to point out again these tornadoes, just 3 of them that we had overnight last night. It last really 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. 110 mile per hour winds, and this one was Breeze to Greenville, 17-mile path there. And then we had another one confirmed, of course, 8 total, but Creve Coeur, 80 mile per hour winds with that, path about 1 mile. And then we had Kirkwood tornado there, 80-mile-per-hour winds and a 3-mile path. Of course, that happened right before 5 o'clock. So now to what's going on at the moment. Watching the sky, western sky for lightning. Here's that new severe thunderstorm warning, and that includes part of Warren County, western portions of St. Charles County into southern Lincoln County. A lot of lightning with this and some hail as it moves east at about 30 miles an hour. So watching it right along Interstate 70 and moving into Innsbrook right now. We'll zoom in just a little bit more so you can see that massive lightning from Warrenton and approaching Innsbrook and going right toward Forestell and then eventually into Wentzville. And of course, what we're looking at, a number of strikes of lightning. These are cloud to ground strikes, 308. And that's just within the last few minutes here. And that hail core right over Warrenton, right over 47 and 70 as it tracks onto the east at about 30 miles an hour. So widen out the shot. This is exactly what we were thinking. No tornado threat for tonight, but we are watching showers and storms developing all the way back into central Missouri. This is why. Well, we were warm and humid today. A very good chance of seeing those storms from St. Louis south and eastward throughout the night tonight. Back behind it, it's just cooler. We'll eventually get there into the more stable air, but it's going to take all the way through Saturday before that front moves on to the south and east and waves of low pressure move along it. So that chance of severe weather tonight, we have it already. Some hail is the main threat, and we're already seeing that right around Wentzville and into Innsbrook. And then for tomorrow, we have scattered severe storms, St. Louis south and eastward in yellow. And so we're watching the sky once again. So the future cast, the future radar looks like this. Showers and storms through the midnight hour. Look at it through the really 2:30 in the morning into the metro. It kind of weakens a little bit, but gets out of here as we head through 4 a.m. And then it looks like we clear up a little bit. We'll see some sunshine, a lot of clouds mixing in, and then still add that chance of seeing more showers and storms scattered in the afternoon, and possibly some of these becoming severe. So again, eventually we'll get into the stable air and cooler air, especially by Sunday. We'll see a little bit of sunshine, but a lot of cloud cover and much cooler in the 70s. We're still at 82 at this hour. High today was 89, and that wind is way up there south at 15. And within the thunderstorms and severe storms, you can see wind gusts to about 60 miles an hour. So storms late in the metro, they're already moving into western St. Charles County, and then breezy and some scattered storms tomorrow near 80, and then for Sunday 68, Monday 70. So we do dry out Sunday and Monday, but Brent, more rain and showers all the way through really midweek, and then we warm back up out of the 70s next weekend.
No getting rid of those umbrellas. All right, Jim, thank you.
You bet.
That's all news at 10 o'clock. Time now for 5 on your sideline with Corey Miller.